Hello, welcome back to 30 Days of Mania, and this is WrestleMania XIV. As you can hear, the era of Stone Cold Steve Austin has truly begun. WrestleMania 13, he had the amazing match with Bret Hart, and now he's worked his way up to the top of the ladder, and he wins the title from Shawn Michaels. And this is the end of the match where Mike Tyson counted the pinfall, and he's holding up the Austin 316 shirt. Crowd are loving it.
Couldn't even count it off any faster than what he did.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, the 1, 2, 3. And the thing I liked about this whole angle with, you know, Mike Tyson, Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold and DX was Mike Tyson came in, you know, as this huge boxing star, brought a lot of mainstream attention to the WWF, but the most impressive thing about the whole deal was not, you know, the Tyson Austin confrontation on Raw that everyone went nuts about. It's not this moment here where he punches out Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania on the grandest stage of them all. It's his amazing... I've never seen anyone do a crotch chop so eloquently, and just, yeah, just a really...
He did it for like 2 minutes.
It's just, yeah.
Wait, did he knock him out?
Not for real.
No, but...
Yeah. And the glass breaks. So yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Mike Tyson looks like someone special when he's doing his little.
Because he looks overexcited and he's not doing it right.
Yeah. Austin flipping off Shawn Michaels. This, of course, was Shawn Michaels' last match for about 4 years. Let's just talk about this now while we're at it. There was no opening song again from America the Beautiful, so we'll just do the main event now. Confetti falling, it was a big moment, you know. Austin's finally the guy in the WWF, and crowd are loving it. He was so over at this point. And yeah, this was not long after he'd also had that kind of the neck injury. So this match had, you know, a compromised Austin and a compromised Shawn Michaels as he had a back injury. I still think his back injury was not as serious as it was made out to be, but that's a whole other kettle of fish. So what did you think of the match?
I thought it was great. Like,
it gets a bad rap as not being as good as it should because it's Austin and Shawn, and I do agree that if those two were on their absolute... Well, I think Austin was great here, but if Shawn was at 100%, this match could have been like a proper classic.
I thought...
As it is, it was just really good.
I thought Shawn was awesome.
Yeah, he was really pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, but I'm also comparing it to Undertaker's match that we watched before. And
yeah.
Which was slow compared to this because they're running. Like, from the very beginning, they're chasing each other. It's like watching a cat and mouse. Shawn is running and
yeah.
Steve Austin is running after him, out of the ring, into the ring, out of the ring. And Shawn is really beating himself up.
Yeah, he was taking a lot of hits.
Yeah, and even when he was on the outside of the ring and he was like facing, like plunging his face into the commentary's table thingy, that looked really real.
Yeah.
It looked really painful. Stuff like that, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
I think they kind of lost something at the end there. I mean, the whole end sequence was just Austin kind of firing up, kind of a comeback, and just throwing Shawn through every corner, and Shawn was hitting the turnbuckle and flipping off, and then like doing this, and the crowd were kind of just dying a bit. And then it was only when they went into the kind of reversal sequence that the crowd piped up a bit. I don't know what they did there. It just seemed like Shawn was bumping around a bit too much than needed, and maybe he was overcompensating, I don't know. So yeah, it was a really good match, enjoyable. Again, I think it gets a bad rap because it's not as good as it probably should have been, given again the talent involved. But it is what it is, and you know, it's good to see the first title win of Austin. It's always great, I think, when someone as big as Austin wins their first title at WrestleMania, like Shawn did, like Austin did. It's like a big moment.
I think you just like it a little extra because Shawn obviously is lying a little bit, and that makes you
maybe, I don't know. I don't know if he was lying. I feel like
it feels like it's fake, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, I don't know. That still doesn't paint my opinion of the match. I do think that the crowd kind of tapered off a bit towards the end. There's something
The crowd does ruin it a lot sometimes.
Sometimes it does, yeah. Sometimes that can also affect your opinion of matches, but Yeah, it's still a really good match, I think.
Okay, next.
Undertaker and Kane. It's a very slow match, but that's to be expected because of their size, and I enjoyed it. They did some good stuff, but obviously it's not one you're gonna expect to sit down and watch, and it's gonna be like non-stop entertainment. Like, you know, there's a big build-up to that match as well. Like the Austin Shawn Michaels thing, yeah. The Austin Shawn Michaels match was kind of out of necessity. Austin won the Rumble, so he's going to go for the title. Undertaker and Kane was a storyline that was building up for 6 months. And this is really the first time we see it, well, not the first time, but I guess Hogan and Savage were building for ages. And back in the old days, feuds would go on for years anyway, but Undertaker and Kane, the feud went on for so long, you know, finding out that, you know, Undertaker had this brother, you know, and Paul Bearer is like, your brother Kane is still alive! Undertaker! Can't go that high. I don't know how that guy did it, but
Did he really go that high?
Huh?
Did he really go that high?
Yeah, his voice was really high. Oh, we got the home video exclusive press conference. We'll pause this. Yeah, so
yeah, because I wanted to watch that now.
yeah, so great build up. He has spoken, Cold Stone. I hope this is on the.
What?
I told you, that's Mike Tyson.
What?
Huh?
What?
I said that.
What? Yeah, I'm doing the what thing. I'm really restless today, so that's my excuse. I've been going crazy. We had chocolate even though we weren't supposed to.
Don't tell them that.
We had chocolate even though we weren't
As if
supposed
they know
to.
we're trying to lose
We're trying
weight.
to lose weight, and we had chocolate when we weren't supposed to.
Right, so...
Anyways, so Undertaker does
there's a great
his
bump.
tombstone thingy.
Well, before we get to that...
No!
No.
Oh, fine, the
Before we get to
bump
that,
first. Go on.
he did his suicide dive over the top rope to Kane, and Kane kind of like
Good.
chucked him through the announce table. Really cool bump.
Not as scary as when he almost broke his neck, but it was still pretty good.
But yeah, and then the ending was 3 tombstones in a row.
Whereas one of them...
The first tombstone, there was just no room for Kane at all. He literally had to turn his head, and almost just makes me cringe every time I see it.
If it didn't, it would have been spine.
It would have, yeah, compressed vertebrae.
And to think that the Undertaker is the only one who's allowed to do that move right now.
Yeah. Anyway, so 3 tombstones to finish off Kane. Even then, he kind of kicked out after 3. They're really putting Kane over huge, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoy the match. You know, I don't think it's great, but it's an enjoyable one. I love the characters, and they really went over the top with the supernatural stuff and the build-up. You know, on Raw they'd have like Kane going like that, and then like a lightning bolt would strike a crew member, and he'd get set on fire, and Taker was burnt alive in the casket, and then he was gone. And then on Raw, he was on like a platform, and the lightning strikes, and he sits up, and he walks through fire, and it's like, you know, they're really going full on with the supernatural stuff.
I thought the ending was good because the last few minutes the crowd was starting to go crazy.
Yeah, because Kane was kicking out the tombstone. And
yeah,
was just like...
and so you're thinking like, well, what? We already know that he's winning everything for every WrestleMania, but when they kick out of the tombstones, it's like...
Yeah. Does not happen often.
Well, my biggest fear is that there's going to be another disqualification.
No, they'd never do that again. They'd never...
Oh, you're breaking it for me now?
Breaking what?
I don't know. Well, yeah, I was... That would be a bad thing. That would be a bad ending to the match compared to Undertaker just winning, you know?
Of course it would.
So, me not knowing that there wouldn't be another disqualification would be, like, exciting for me to watch the match.
Oh.
Because that would be, like, a bad ending.
Well, you know there's a streak, so, you know.
I know, and even though there's this disqualification, he wins.
Yeah.
But it's not a nice winning.
No. Anyway. This was the first, also big theatrical entrance. They had I think it was the dun 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 dun, something like that. One of the big operatic songs is the Druids.
Oh, Fortuna.
Yeah, the Druids come out with the flaming torches, which we'd see again at future WrestleMania. That was a cool entrance, and then his music hits, and then he comes out. And that's always a big part of his WrestleMania thing now, is the big entrance.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, they've got to do something special this year. I mean...
With everyone.
Well, last year wasn't that special, but with the hands coming out, but it was just really cool. Like, it wasn't like a bit over the top, but it was really nice touch.
I thought that was the year before.
No, that was 29.
Cool.
Yeah.
So. We've done something similar before, though.
Anyway, so that's it really. WrestleMania 14. It's okay, you know. I haven't seen the whole event myself, but you know, the main event and Taker and Kane, good matches. Anything else you want to add? Nope. Okay, then we'll see you at WrestleMania 15, and at which point we'll be halfway through this whole thing.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. You're just trying to think of the weirdest things to say to finish off the... Okay.